Hello everybody, Steve Myers with this video going on about Halloween 1978. This is the Halloween 1978 review by Steve Myers. So this is Michael Myers' debut, his first ever Halloween movie, written and directed by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. Halloween 1978 definitely changed the horror universe forever, and it certainly was a fabulous movie. I consider this a perfect horror movie. The way he stalks his victims and doesn't immediately kill them like Jason or Freddy, it makes me so happy, and it's so awesome. I love how in Halloween 2018 they redo that original feel. I hope they do the same thing in Halloween Kills. Anyway, we're here to talk about Halloween 1978. It starts off as Michael Myers as a kid. He kills his sister. Boom. Now, 15 years later, Michael Myers breaks out. He's now 19. He gets a mask and gets a car. He's in Haddonfield. Anyway, he decides to stalk a lady by the name of Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, who's babysitting a kid by the name of Tommy. Anyway, Michael stalks his victims, which is some babysitters, Laurie Strode, and her friends. And, of course, that mechanic with the jumpsuit. Anyway, he stalks his victims, and he kills them one by one. Anyway, he goes head-on with Laurie Strode, who ends up falling down the stairs. Like, that's a flight of stairs. Gets stabbed in the arm, but stabs Michael in the neck with a coat hanger. Anyway, a guy named Loomis comes in the house, shoots Michael 7 times, or 6 times, whichever one you want to do, and Michael Myers falls off the balcony and is presumed dead for a second until Loomis looks back outside and realizes that Michael Myers is gone. That wraps up the review/recap of Halloween 1978. Goodbye, everyone. Halloween 2, a direct sequel to Halloween 1, Halloween 1978, or whatever you want to call it, Halloween. This movie grabbed my attention because I actually watched it for the first time while rewatching the movies for these reviews. This one actually grabbed my attention. It was something new and cool. I loved how they did it in a hospital. I hated most of the characters in this movie. They made Laurie Strode a useless piece of crap. But this movie did also change the horror genre. They brought back Michael Myers and made him good again. Good again. The reason I'm saying again is because, the movies after Halloween's 1 and 2 are really, really bad. Either way, Halloween 2 is awesome, and I love how they made Michael Myers. Well, Michael Myers. Even though it was a different actor, it was still the same mask. The mask was warped a little because Nick Castle shoved it in his back pocket, but it's fine. It's still the original mask. Anyway, that is the Halloween 2 recap. Or review. I'd say review because I didn't really recap this one. Moving on. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. My least favorite Halloween film. I think that this is probably the worst horror movie ever made. It's not scary, nor funny. And it doesn't even have Michael Myers. It makes me so mad. Anyway, it's about this, evil toy maker guy who makes masks that ends up killing kids after watching a commercial on Halloween night. Anyway, a guy gets some for his kids die, and so does some other kids. And he works with this lady to take down the bad guy. And yeah, they take him down, and that is probably the stupidest Halloween movie ever. The reason I put it on this video is just because it's still considered a Halloween movie, even though Michael Myers isn't even in it. That's why it's my least favorite Halloween film in the series, and my least favorite Halloween film. It lacks everything a Halloween film needs. Like Michael Myers. Like it lacks Michael Myers. Like, Michael Myers isn't even in this movie, and it's considered a Halloween movie. I know where John Carpenter was going, but he didn't go somewhere good, because he made the Halloween 4 trilogy, which sucked. Anyway, that's my rant, I guess, because this wasn't really a review nor a recap, more of a rant on my opinion. I think this movie is good if you don't think of it as a Halloween movie, a Michael Myers Halloween series movie. It's a decent movie, I'd say. I really hated it. It's just my opinion, though. Goodbye, everyone, for now. Halloween 4, Revenge of Michael Myers, I actually really enjoyed watching. I thought it was good, besides the mask, but you know, that's what happens when you shove it in your back pocket, Dick Warlock and Nick Castle. Still, the OG mask is seriously awesome. But you know, sometimes you gotta make adjustments. But I don't think the mask had to be that bad. They made it look like a scared little boy. They made Michael Myers not scary and weird. Like, you could see his eyes. Either way, in the plot, it was an okay movie. I really liked it. I really liked the part where he was in the hospital gown, all stitched up in the cast, and he killed the 2 people in the ambulance and it crashed. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, they also made Loomis a delusional ass, which pisses me off, because they made a great legendary character someone who he's not. I don't even think Michael Myers was even that good in Halloween 4. To be honest, Jamie Lloyd was my favorite character. And in all the other Halloween films, I would say that Michael Myers is my favorite killer. But in the Halloween 4 to Halloween Resurrection, all the other characters besides Michael Myers were my favorite, because they ruined Michael Myers in the final movies of the original trilogy. Anyway, moving on. Halloween 5. Halloween 5. The Revenge of Michael Myers. They failed. They failed with this movie because the end of Halloween 4 actually left us on a cliffhanger. Like, Jamie Lloyd was actually going to be evil. They made it a dream so that they can make Michael Myers the main killer again. Let's be honest, we all knew Michael Myers wasn't dead, but wouldn't it be cool if we saw Halloween 5 with Jamie Lloyd and Michael Myers killing side by side? Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Seriously, that would be like a dream come true if they did that. They would have got the series back on the rails if they didn't make it a dream. Anyway, that's really all I have to say for this movie, because there's nothing else is to say about it. They failed. Like most of the Halloween films, they failed. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, just makes me so mad. Because they added something that Michael Myers never was, and they made it that character. They made Michael Myers Jason. Literal Jason. They gave him a curse, and then made him invincible. And then made a main character in the series die in a snap. And what does he do? He steals a baby. He steals a baby? Like, Michael Myers, what are you gonna do with that baby? Come on. I don't know what the producers were thinking of this movie, but they thought wrong, boy. Anyway, they made Michael Myers invincible. I feel like in the first movie, he wasn't invincible. He could have been, but it made you think, like, how was he invincible? Curse of Michael Myers, wipe that all away. Give him a tattoo on his arm. He has a curse now. Jeez. And now we have to move on to Halloween H2O. A good Halloween film, I would say. Halloween H2O. A pretty good Halloween film. I thought they actually came back with this one. They won me back with this one. Rewatching this film actually made me pretty happy, because they made a series that was horribly, miserably failing, and they made it have a good movie. Then it went back to miserably failing. but can I at least take this time to think about it? To think about the one good movie they had, their second to last movie. Halloween H2O was my second Halloween film, and I absolutely loved it when I was a kid. Rewatching it now, it was definitely not as good as I thought it was from when I was a kid. Well, at least like 6 or 7 or 8. But it was still a solid movie with some pretty good kills. The thing good that they did was that they were actually going to end it there. Halloween H2O was supposed to be the last Halloween film. Whew, until Halloween Resurrection came around, which we gotta talk about now. So let's move on. Oh my goodness. Halloween Resurrection. My literal least favorite in the original series. Well, second least favorite because Season of the Witch is my least favorite. They made Michael Myers just really, really bad in this one. And what did they do? They made a Halloween movie with webcams and live cam. They tried to be modern and they obviously failed miserably. The last movie in the original trilogy, you failed. You failed. How can you fail a final movie to a trilogy that was legendary at the beginning? How? It makes me so mad. They could have made this movie something good for the ending, but nope. Nope. They added webcams and a secret haunted basement that fake Michael Myers and real Michael Myers hang out in. My goodness. And then they tried to make Michael Myers come back for what? Halloween Resurrection Part 2? Ugh, it's sad. They failed the original trilogy miserably. Let's move on to Rob Zombie's Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween. This was like a really good movie. And it actually explained the origin story of Michael Myers better than any Halloween's probably ever done. Like seriously, this has an intense backstory and they made Michael Myers super creepy. I'm usually never scared of Michael Myers, but watching this movie actually made me pretty freaked out just because they had the bulkiest, tallest dude play him. Oh boy, do I love this movie. It wasn't the best Halloween movie, especially with the mom backstory and, all that, but I'd say it's a pretty solid Halloween movie. Better than the last trilogy. Of course, except for Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2. The two best Halloween movies. And then the third, Halloween 2018. Anyway, this movie exceeded my expectations, especially after watching the original trilogy, and they actually made Michael Myers pretty creepy. And they made a good mask, like an actual good mask. Yes, I do not see how Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 could go wrong. Boy, would I be wrong. Alright, we're back with another ranting one. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. My second least favorite Halloween movie in the Halloween series. This movie makes me so mad because they actually let Rob Zombie do what he wanted because the last movie did so good. And when they let him do that, he thought, oh, let's do something that no one else has done before. Add mythic creatures to Michael Myers. Mythic creatures. Make him wear hobo outfits and live in a van. Not even wear the mask because it's freaking broken the whole movie. Ugh, it makes me so mad to think about. Like, the people who made the first one and led him to make a movie masterpiece, I guess you could call it. It wasn't even that good, the first one. And they let him do his own thing because they trusted him. And he did exactly what they didn't tell him to do. He added ponies and a mythic angel mom to Halloween. I'm glad that series is over. Moving on to Halloween 2018. Halloween 2018. Probably the second best movie in this series. Oh my gosh. This movie makes me so happy, you know? They took all the bad movies and erased them from the timeline and just did the first movie, which is the smartest thing ever. And John Carpenter's back as a producer. Like, let's go! You know, if the original creator comes back for a reboot, it's gonna be good. Even if they didn't write it or direct it and they produced it, it's still gonna be so good. I love this movie. It's awesome. They take Michael Myers, take away the stockiness, but make him stocky. They make him stalk his villains. Enemies. I mean, they make him stalk his victims again, which the other Halloween movies lacked. They made Michael Myers who he was in the first one. I feel like in the other movies, they just used memory from the first movie. They didn't actually rewatch it. They just used what they thought was Michael Myers and put him into the movies. I feel like in Halloween 2018, they actually rewatched Halloween 1978. Anyway, I love this movie. It was a great movie. And, yeah. That is the full Halloween series recapped / reviewed or ranted for some of them. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day and happy Halloween.